One of my gifts that I have is I'm a connector. I have the ability to be able to just naturally network and sell. So those are my strengths. I do not have strengths in a lot of other areas, which is why I bring in other individuals like Sandy and so forth. She did a great workshop, by the way, on time management. It was on time management, right? Delegation, right. So, which is interesting because I did a post on Facebook yesterday and I said, what were the 2 things that you learned this year, right, that you got out of this year? So my 2 were learning how to stay in my lane, so I delegate the rest. And the other one was how to say no and not feel bad about it, right? Because we don't have to be everything to everybody, right? And so we have a tendency to, especially women, I'm a woman, so I can say that, is we want to be able, we're helpers, we're naturally caretakers and so forth, and you want to just be open. But what happens is when you're a business owner and if you're working a full-time job or you have a business that demands, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, plus you have a family or kids or whatever else you have going on in your life, pets, it's hard to be able to put yourself out there in so many different areas, right? So when she does our next workshop, make sure you guys sign up for that. Hopefully that'll be in January, February. She's like, stop putting me on the spot here, Jacqueline, I'm in the back. All right. So, okay, so today's workshop is on the art of effective networking, pitching, promoting, and positioning. I did this at the SCORE workshop, and so one of the biggest things is the title. If you notice that, it's like really catchy, and they were the ones that created it, and we had a great response for signups and so forth on that. So we're going to go over pre-organization and expectations, creating new business relationships, and how to follow up. So that's one of the key things is following up. So in a lot of those, when I was talking about the sales funnel earlier today, a lot of those sales funnels, they are great at automated follow-up, right? So you continue to get the emails, you continue to get notice and so forth. All right. So one of the biggest things is if we're looking to expand our business and you're wanting to meet new people, not every networking event is going to be the right networking event for you, right? And so how to select the type of networking event to attend. And then one of the biggest things is also before. So like, if you notice, like one of the first things I said to you when you guys first got here was write down 3 things that you were hoping to get out of the event, out of this networking workshop, right? The reason why is because you want to make sure that your time is invested wisely, right? And you want to make sure that you walk away with everything it is that you need. So me, before Connecting Atlanta became, we did a lot of business workshops and so forth, it was flipped on the other end where we did networking, and then I brought in a speaker to come in and speak at the event, at the networking event. To be honest, I go to networking events, I hate them. I hated doing a networking event, and even though I can be up here on the stage speaking, but actually going into crowds and engaging in conversation causes me high anxiety. I've gotten much better at it, and it's something that I force and push myself to do. I'm naturally an introvert and shy individual, and people they're like, they don't believe me when I say that, but the fact is that's the case. So preparing yourself mentally and emotionally, and knowing your why. So you just want to make sure that you write down. You don't have to get a business card from every single person. Write down exactly the type of individual you're looking to meet, the quality, right? And even in the industry that you're looking to connect with, okay? And then just saying, okay, this is my goal. So when you set your goal in mind of what you're trying to accomplish, you're going to, regardless of how you feel about, you're going to be focused on accomplishing that goal. Does that make sense? Okay, so we said that. So why? So you're prepared to accomplish. We're down top 3 types. I said that. How many new clients you want to start a relationship with, and what type of service providers are you hoping to find? So that's another thing is when you go out with clients. Hello, if you have a business card, do you have a business card? Okay, if you could just leave it there for me. Thanks. And so we go to networking events not only just for finding clients, but you also for networking and different things, for competitors, for all different kinds of stuff. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the people that are walking by. And so when you are starting with your new clients, what types of clients do you want? Who is your client? Is your client, what income range are they in? What size is their business? What does that person look like in your mind, right? And how many employees do they have? Be as specific as you possibly can, so that way you can target the right types of individuals. The other thing is, at a networking event, that is not the time to sell your business. Right? That is the time to go in, meet people, develop relationships and rapport, and finding out what people's needs are, right? That'll also help you with building those relationships with them, especially when you follow up. One of the biggest things I learned, so I was in Amway for a long time, and one of the things that they taught us was on the back of your business card, you can write down a couple of things, on the back of that person's card or whatever, write down a couple of things about that individual that will remind you of them. So this way, or your conversation or something like that. So that way when you follow up with them, you have the ability to be able to refer back to that conversation, and it makes it more personal, okay? And then, all right, so let's go to the next one. And then, for types of service providers are you hoping to find? That's great, because with the service providers, you're not always it's not always going to be clients, right? So it's connections. So what did you say that you did again?
Ed design.
Ed design. So education design, or?
Education consulting.
Okay, and so what does that look like?
So
what does that mean?
It would look like me consulting a business or an organization that wants to work with schools or school districts, but
okay,
don't know how to align what they're offering with the school's curriculum.
Okay, all right, great. Which is extremely important, right? So that's fantastic. So you probably maybe go out to like school conferences, right? You go to like school events, and do you ever volunteer at any of the schools when they're asking people to come out and speak in front of the businesses?
Well, I work at a school, so I actually do the opposite. I try to go to places where they're going to be business people.
Okay.
Because usually they're the ones that's trying.
That are looking to. So since you work in the school system, you don't have to necessarily network in that part, because you already have the connections and you already know how it is. Okay. And so, so what types of business owners are you looking to connect with?
A lot of times I run into people who work for larger businesses like a Georgia Power, or maybe even like a Georgia Aquarium, or even like a small business, and they want to work with schools, but they don't know how to get in the door. They don't know who to contact, how to contact them, and how to package what they're trying to do with the schools. Okay, all right. So it's really, so you'd go out to like any type of general networking event, but I'm sure there's like specific niches or industries or something like that that you know are more likely to work with a specific school. Okay, so one of the things, like, so if you're working with a service provider or something like that, is then you could say, if you're doing, say there's an industry networking event that has a lot of those individuals that are in that industry, you could partner with that owner of that networking event to come in and have an opportunity to speak to all those individuals and offer something or whatever, free, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that is an example of like just making connections, networking, not only with individuals that are going to be your specific clients, but also partnering with companies and individuals that can help you reach a mass amount of your clients at one specific time. So for example, we partner with SCORE Atlanta, okay? With SCORE now, and so that allows us to be able to network through their database and their list and invite their list out to our workshop, so it's not just us specifically doing it all on our own.